Along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you here on a Wednesday evening, the night before Thanksgiving. And so far, things looking good for Lincoln as we start the fourth quarter. Lincoln with the basketball, up by 9. Nice back cuts. They run that play a lot, and it worked well as Gavin blocked from the high post. Back cut by Will Podbelsic, and Will gets his first points of the night.
Great job by Will of being patient, waiting until Gavin got the ball. You get the back cut and a layup for him.
Railers with their first double-digit lead of the night at 24-13. Leading scorer in the contest. And we've got a foul, and I think they got Edward down low as he and Miller were going at it. And that'll be the second foul on Edward. Edward, his second foul, but also leading the way in the game with 9 points.
Yeah, the Railers got to watch it too now. 16 fouls for the Railers, so of course one more. And Morton goes to the free throw line in the bonus, and you don't want to, a team that has not, good job by Gavin fighting around and throws it off Morton, but a team that has struggled offensively, you don't want to get them to the free throw line and give them some easy chances to get on the scoreboard.
As you said, Gavin did a nice job of coming from the backside, tipping it away, and then as he was falling out of bounds, threw it off one of the Morton players, so very good basketball instincts being shown tonight here by the Railers. Horsham. Max on the baseline, dribbles, backs in, flips it into Gavin, the little floater, that's no good. Gavin missed just inside the lane. Rebound to Morton.
Good pass by Max, and that's a shot you anticipate Gavin making. You know he'd love to have that one back.
Weibel flips it in the corner, and we've got 3 in the lane, and that's our 1-3 in the lane call, I think, for the year. Yeah.
It's rarely called anymore unless a coach is just hammering an official or the crowd has gotten up to about 8. They will finally decide to call it. But, yeah, there hasn't been not very many of those called.
I think we've seen just about every turnover. We haven't seen a double dribble tonight. 6:50 to go again. Morton's, I know in the stats they'll update here in just a few moments. I think they have more turnovers than points.
They're very, very close. Yes, you're right, Jeff. 16 turnovers for the Potters, 13 points.
Bowlby drives baseline, kicks it back out to Max. Railers, nice job around the perimeter. Flipping back out to Cook, open for 3. That rattles in and out.
The Railers have been a lot of their shots, Jeff, has been short. And, you wonder what that fatigue, what it may be, but you're hoping not fatigue because we got a long week left.
Yeah, and some of the teams that we're going to play yet this weekend, they like to go.
Are very fast.
And we've got a timeout that's being taken by Morton. They're taking a timeout, so we'll take one with them. 6:11 to go in our contest. Railers up 24-13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to... Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson on the floor for the Railers. Will Podbelsic, Joey Olden, Max Cook, Edward Bowlby, and Gavin Block.
And Jeff, the 5-0 Illini taking on the 3-1 Butler Bulldogs. I'm checking my phone here. It hasn't started yet, so must have one of the games have, maybe it has started. My phone service is just not very good.
Could you check the third place game at the Cancun Classic with DePaul and I think it's either Western Kentucky or Iowa?
That didn't make the internet this year.
Okay. 6 minutes to go. Railers on top by 11, 24-13, and you would like to think that the Railers are pretty well in command in this one. Seeing as Morton has more turnovers than points, and they've made 1 basket in this half. And as I say that, make it 2, as Swinford hits a 3.
You would point that out and then have the Potters drain a 3, but again, the Railers defense have been pretty good. That's the 4th three-pointer for the Potters so far in the game.
5.5 to go. Railer leads still at 8, 24-16. Gavin, and it certainly looks now, Josh, that Morton has picked up the pressure as Weibel's going to be whistled for the slap as Gavin was trying to handle the basketball. But it does seem that Coach Thomas has told these guys, look, we got 5.5 minutes to go. If you want to pick it up, now would be a good time.
Yeah, and they're still in the game, just down 8, 24-16. A lot of time left. But, you're right. They've got to find some way to get some easy scores because on the offensive end, it hasn't been very easy for them.
Railers inbound to Joey Olden. Olden over to Block. 5:10 to go. Gavin. But it's also a point for the Railers where they can't just sit back, and a foul is going to be called, contact, and that's going to go against Morton again.
Yeah, for his tic-tac is one of the fouls where that Will Podbelsic got, Morton is just hammering us. 5 team fouls now for the Potters, 6 for the Railers. One more foul on the Railers will send Morton to the line, and we definitely don't want that. They've struggled to score, and whether they're a good free throw shooting team or not, you're stopping the clock and giving them a chance to score.
We're at the 5-minute mark. Max is in a double team. They get it over to Podbelsic. Nice back cut, and Joey wasn't able to control it under the basket, so Olden did a nice job of bringing the dribble back out so the Railers can reset their motion offense.
Yeah, the Railers, a lot of standing, a lot of dribbling, not a lot of purpose right now. That a lot of bit of what we saw early on in the third.
Gavin, offensive foul. Are they going to count the basket? As Gavin went in hard, foul on block, no basket. Gavin picks up his third, and so again the Railers called for the charge. I'm not sure about that one.
No, what I don't like about it, it looked like to be from our angle, he was very far underneath the basket, and that's like that thing that they do with basketball, the NBA, and in college. You can't be inside that. He was well inside of one of the little half circle.
So now the 8-point advantage for the Railers can be trimmed even more as Morton will step back, fire a three, and hit again. Morsch for three. That's 6 in a row for Morton. And what was an 11-point lead for the Railers has been cut to only 5 at 24-19. With 4:15 to go in the contest.
Morton turned up the intensity, and I'm not sure the Railers have matched it.
Podbelsic answers from the corner for three.
Good job by Gavin to penetrate into the middle of the lane, and I kind of remembered, hey, I just charged, I better pass it out. And we definitely don't want that mentality, but he did a good job of finding Will on the three-point line, and Will was able to drain it.
3:50 to go in the fourth. Railers back up by 8, 27-19. Morsch to Dullard. Dullard, top of the key, high-arcing three. That's off, no good. Gavin with a big, strong rebound for the Railers. Gavin walks the dribble into the front court. 3.5 to go. Crossover. Hands off to Potts. Will to Olden. Down in the corner to Cook.
Yeah, as much as they're extending the pressure, we should be able to get to the basket.
And Gavin did with a nice ball handling off the glass and in.
Yeah, good job by Gavin. They're really pressuring us out on the wings. Our guards have got to be able to take them to the hoop.
And then we've got a timeout. It's going to be taken by Morton. 3:10 to go. Railers are up 29-19. We will keep it here. Josh, the Railers are up 10. And I think what I like so far, what I've seen here in this quarter, is when Morton took that timeout and turned up the intensity, there was a little stretch where the Railers didn't really answer it, but they kind of caught their breath, and they've been able to answer with intensity of their own.
Yeah, and as far out as they're pressuring us, as we talked about, the Railers have got to just put their head down and go to the basket. Gavin was able to just do that a second ago. 5 team fouls now on Morton, 7 on the Railers. So any foul by the Railers, you're getting them what we don't want, to the line, stopping the clock, a chance to make points without the clock running. So the Railers got to play good, sound defense and be intense. We're going to have to, dribble the ball well, handle the basketball, be strong with it, make good passes and good cuts.
Starters on the floor for the Railers: Block, Bowlby, Podbelsic, Olden, and Cook.
They've really relied on the three. If they haven't all game, it's been a lot of threes now for Morton. Whether they've made them or not, they really came out to the three-point line. So the Railers got to be real conscious of getting out to the three-point line and contesting some shots.
So Morton down to 1 timeout. Railers, no problem there. They still have 4. Joey tipped it away and it's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah.
And, just from the angle we have here, his hands are so quick. He's going to be trouble for a lot of ball handlers throughout this season.
Yeah, and he plays very low to the ground, which is very good also. He's on this guy now, and his handling the basketball pretty well, but Joey does a good job.
Weibel with a 3 wasn't there, left it short. So he'll try again. Now he'll step in just inside the three-point line. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touch by Bowlby. as he and Taylor were fighting for the rebound. And even though there's just a little less than 3 minutes to go, Josh, 2:45 down 10, Morton almost seems like they're in desperation
Well,
mode.
they are. Well, I think they. Ooh, Joey got another tip away. But they know what they've not been able to do, and that's score the ball tonight.
2.5 to go. Morton down by 10. Railers looking for their first win of the season, and a reach-in is going to be whistled on the Railers. That's going to go against Max. That is the first foul on the junior, and that will send Morton to the line.
Foul number 2, Max took his
First free throw on the way. That is up and good.
Jared Lytle had one more free throw.
Potter's 3 of 3 from the line so far tonight, so they've been perfect from there. They haven't attempted a lot. I think they attempted 27 in the game Monday night, so they got a lot of their points off the free throw line Monday and haven't been able to get there. But the Railers, again, they're in the bonus. 18 foul on Lincoln.
Jared Lytle.
What was that?
And then we've got a foul after the inbound, and I think they called it. On Bowlby. I was jotting it down in the free throws there in the scorebook, and I looked up, and next thing you know, the official's signaling against Bowlby again. I did not see what happened, but again, Morton at the line with a chance to cut into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was way after the free throw was made. I don't understand what happened.
Taylor's free throw is good, 29-22. 2:29 to go. Second one, good again. So Morton converting from the free throw line. They were 18 of 27 in the first game. They go home run. Joey with a nice catch down at the top of the key. And now he'll bring the dribble back out as we tick under 2.5 minutes. Railers up by 6. Gavin, the lane opens up. He goes in strong off the glass. Contact, no call. Will trying to fight for it. Joey tracks it down. And a foul is going to be whistled as Joey tried to track it down. That's going to go against Marsh for Morton. And that'll be the 16th foul against the Potters.
Yeah, still a layup, I think. Gavin did a good job, and that's one of those that we talk about late in the game. It's a layup. It's one of those, I know it's a little bit contested, but everything's going to be tested at this time of the game, and that's one of those you got to make.
29-23, Railers up by 6. 2:15 left in our fourth quarter. Hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving holiday week. Hopefully you get it off to a good start by giving you a Railer win here on a Wednesday night. Railers running a weave out front. Joey gets in. Now they do a nice job of kicking it out to Bowlby. Nice outlet down in the corner.
Good passing, but you got to also be aggressive. They run out in the lane, you got to get a layup if you can get it.
1:50 to go. Railers up 6. Always got to watch the 5 count, and a foul is going to be whistled on Lytle, and that'll send the Railers to the line, and hopefully this is where the free throw shooting kicks in. Lytle has picked up his 5th foul, so he's fouled out, and both coaches taking the opportunity to get this free timeout because Morton's allowed, I think it's 30 seconds or a minute to find a substitution.
Railers at the free throw line where we haven't been a custom Railer so far this season. So a big spot here, and then we talk about again, who's going to be that guy that makes the big shots and gets the big rebound. Here's 2 free throws, 29-23, a minute 45. Gavin Block steps to the line. Here's a time where usually you put icing on the cake.
Yep. Free throw on the way, up and good. Well, Gavin, who was 4 of 9 on Monday, is already 3 of 4 here tonight. This one would be big, make it an 8-point advantage on the way, and it rolls off no good. Rebound to Morton. 30-23, Lincoln lead is 7 as we approach a minute and a half to go. And you got to believe Morton's going to start looking at threes even more so than they have already tonight.
Yeah, the Railers got to do a good job of fighting around the screens. Morton doing a lot of screening now against our zone to get their shooters open, and we haven't been able to fight around them.
Dullard, top of the key. Starkey takes, steps inside the line. Missed it badly. Rebound comes down to Taylor for the Potters. Weibel spot for three on the way. That's good. Weibel's first three of the night. It's 30-26.
Another offensive rebound, too, for Morton, and that you can't give him extra opportunities.
1 minute, 60 seconds left in our contest. Podbelsik's going to drive, contact, and another offensive foul. Wills picked up his fourth, but more importantly, turnover on the Railers gives it back to Morton, and it's only a 4-point game with 56 seconds to go.
Got one deep, too. Railers don't see a guy deep.
Under a minute. See if the Railer defense can come up with one big stop here.
Big steal here.
Taylor, corner three, top of the backboard, no good. Olden with the rebound. Joey clears. Now he's in the backcourt. Joey trying to knife through the defense, and he's fouled by Taylor. And so Olden, the 5'11 junior, will step to the line shooting one in bonus. 38 seconds to go.
Big free throws, a big stop, and the Railers did a good job of rebounding and forcing really a shot that I think Morton took a little too quick. They had 50-some seconds left, and no.
Joey's free throw, no good. 33 seconds to go, three on the way. That's up and good from Starkey. Timeout called by Morton, and Josh, just like that, a game that the Railers head up by 10 at 29-19. Morton has outscored them 10-1 to get this game to a 1-point game with 31 seconds to go. They scored 13 points in the first three quarters. They've scored 16 here in the fourth.
Yeah, and really all on threes. We've given a couple open looks, though. They get an open look on a transition. The guys got to be aware they're shooting threes. They've been making them, and we're just not aware of where they're at on the floor. We got to get out. Now we've got to handle the basketball, and they're going to foul because our free throw shooting has not been good.
Well, and you take a look at the fact that if the Railers get fouled and make both free throws, it's still a one-possession game, and the way Morton's been shooting threes here in the fourth quarter, you got to believe Coach Brown for Morton has got to be pretty positive about his team's chances.
Yeah, 2 of 7 from the line. Is that what you've got?
Actually, that was through three quarters with the fourth quarter moved in there. Now just 3 of 10.
3 of 10. Yeah, not winning ways.
On the season, they're 10 of 25. That's 40% from the free throw line. Hands into Olden. Dangerous pass. Railers have numbers, and Joey gets grabbed. That'll be a foul on Starkey, but more importantly, Olden will go back to the line where he just missed a one in bonus. Big free throw here for Olden. 30-29. The Railers are up by just one. And if you're the Morton fans, you got to be thinking, why weren't we playing like this through the first three quarters?
Why weren't we shooting more?
So big free throw here for Joey. On the way, got it.
Good free throw. Joey's got to get a little more hard. He's got legs. It's the fourth quarter. He's played a lot of minutes very hard. Got to get a little more legs. That one just crawled over the front.
Hopefully this one a little bit better. Second one up. Rolled off, no good. So it's 31-29. Morton a chance to tie or take the lead late. 20 seconds to go. Dullard getting a screen. Down to 15. Dullard holding at the timeline. They hand it back to Morton. Down to 10 seconds.
They're going to go for a three.
Dullard dribbles in. Starkey spots. Three on the way. Missed it badly. Ball loose on the floor. Fighting for it. Held ball. It'll go to Morton with 3.1 to go.
Now if you're Coach Jarrett Brown, they don't have any timeouts left. Are you going for the 2 or for the 3?
Well, they're bringing in Miller, the 6'4 senior. He replaces Starkey.
Watch the lob right over the front in the middle. The guard's got to get out. We can't give up any threes. Of course, you don't want them to score at all, but you can't let anything out on the three-point line.
Well, you talk about the lob. You see Miller here out in the corner. That's usually where someone who's maybe going to go for the lob would come from.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you got to be careful when they go up for the lob to watch the foul on the lob as well.
Yeah, they're going to set a screen probably to go out on the big kid and have him come right underneath the hoop.
3.1 to go. Morton will inbound. 31-29. Lincoln with the advantage. Here we go. Looking to inbound. Looking. They find a Dillard firing a three. It's on the way, and it will not go down. Tip try. Wouldn't go down, and the Railers survive. The three from Dillard would not go. They had just enough time to get a tip try. Got it off the glass. The friendly roll they got at the end of the first quarter